All right, guys, welcome to another edition of CEO Money Matters, specifically for my tax pros. And today we are speaking with none other than enrolled agent Lisandra Everett, excuse me. She's going to go ahead and introduce herself. But before I do, let me let you guys know once again, for those of you who may be getting my email for the very first time, I am Dr. Cosette M. White, America's #1 tax and accounting strategist. Of course, I help our CEOs who are in the real estate industry grow highly profitable firms. But you guys know I help my tax and accounting individuals also grow, scale, and leverage your business using social media as a way to gain organic clients. So without further ado, I am going to turn it over and let Lisandra introduce herself officially. And then we're going to jump into this conversation. Today, I hold that thought. I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna talk about, but I'm gonna go ahead and let her jump in and introduce and tell us all about who she is, what she does, and how she can possibly keep you and some of your clients out of trouble.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Lisandra Everett. I am the Home Biz Tax Lady, where we help home business owners win the tax game. I am also the principal owner of Everett Tax Solutions. We are a virtual firm based out of Virginia. And I primarily specialize in working with small business owners, even the ones at the kitchen table, to help them get a solid foundation to grow and then go boss out. And I might have to send y'all to Cosette after that, because Dr. Cosette knows way more than I do.
I don't know about that. Come on, you guys. She got EA. Come on now. But no, we love what we do. So go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. We do love what we do, but I love me some Dr. Cosette. So yes, ma'am. I pay homage to where it is due.
Thank you. Thank you. And I love you too. Listen, so we are going to talk about how you can stay out of trouble and how you can actually help your clients stay out of trouble. We all know as tax professionals, and those of you who are not, maybe you're catching this as well, that sometimes notices come in the mail from the Internal Revenue Service. Now, I know that there's typically maybe 3 types of taxpayers. There's those that just get the notice and toss it on the kitchen table. There's those that get the notice and the first thing they do is call their tax professional and let them know, I got this notice in the mail and I don't know what to do. Those individuals probably did not read the front or the back of the letter. They just called us. And then we have that third type that I got this letter, I'm gonna toss it, and then I'm gonna call my tax professional about 7 days when it's due. So do you fit into any of those categories? Listen, today we're going to talk about what is it that you need to do when you get those notices. Oftentimes, we as tax professionals, we see our clients and we hear about other individuals who get notices and they do nothing about them. The Internal Revenue Service will tell you that if you go to their site, there are a list of things that you should do when you get a letter. So Lisandra and I are going to talk about what do you do, but we're also going to elaborate and share with you guys what is the difference between an informational letter and one in which maybe they are auditing you or one in which they are just needing additional information. So there is a difference, but we both understand that when most taxpayers get a letter, they panic and they think every letter is an audit. So Lisandra, if you can kind of talk to the community about what are the difference in the 2 letters, there's more than 2, but the difference between an actual audit versus an informational type letter, the CP. I don't know the number off top, but you know the number. But let's
there's actually a lot of different informational types of letters. So so I get it, right? I work with the IRS every day. I get copies of letters from my clients. When I see one in my mailbox, I don't leave my mailbox until I see what this thing is having. I'm like, okay, we can go ahead and go forward now. So I totally understand the anxiety because this is what I do. And I get anxious when I get copies of the letters and they're not even mine.
Yes.
And listen, and I actually did get one. I shouldn't have gotten it, but I got a letter with my name on it. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. This is a personal insult and a professional insult. What is really going on here, right? So I totally get that, oh my God feeling. And the first thing you do when you get a letter from the IRS is open it and read it. because it's going to give you the information that you need. They're going to tell you what's wrong. They're going to tell you where you can respond, and they're going to tell you how long you have to respond. Now, that how long you have to respond, they are serious about that. So don't think, okay, oh, I'll wait a week or whatever, right? You need to respond by that date. And if you need help with that, then you reach out to your tax professional and say, hey, I got this letter. This is what it says. I'm not sure what to do here. Can you help me? And 9 times out of 10, your tax professional is going to ask you to send a copy of the letter. You send the whole letter, not just the first page or the last page. You got to send the whole thing so that your tax professional knows how to guide you. Now, there will be some letters where the IRS says, hey, you know what? We made this adjustment. We got a lot of these with the stimulus payments where people reported the wrong amount. And this IRS just saying, hey, what you reported and what we have on our records are different. We just made this adjustment. Okay, great. That if, unless you have something else to dispute that, then it's a done deal. And then there are times when you get letters where the IRS is asking for more information. A lot of times you see this with the 1095As from when people get their health care from the marketplace, and they don't send that 1095A in with their return. It's called an 8962 that has to be sent. And so the IRS will say, hey, we didn't get this form. We can't process your return until you get that to us. And it'll tell you exactly what they need and where to send it. So again, you have to read the letter and follow the instructions. And then there is what we know as a mail audit, right? And that's when they're saying, hey, we're reviewing this. Can you send us a little bit more information? They may want a copy of a receipt. They may want a log of some sort. And then you provide that information to the IRS and again, follow the instructions. That is the biggest mistake that taxpayers make, is not following the instructions on the letter. So you definitely have to read. They're going to tell you everything you need to do, and it's really following the instructions.
Correct. So everything that she said is right on point. She spoke about making sure when you get those letters to open them up. I can't tell you how many times we in this industry get letters and they're about 3 days due, 7 days due, and then you all expect for us to work miracles. We're here to assist you, but please do your due diligence and open the mail. Listen, when you send us the letters, we must see the front and the back. Most of us, 9 times out of 10, we are skilled, and so we can read the front and back, and just like that, we can probably give you a determination as to what's wrong, what went wrong, what did not go wrong. So raise your hand, ask the question, and ask them early so that we as professionals can assist you. Now, if you are being audited, please by all means make sure you raise your hand. I will say as a professional that you should not attempt to handle this on your own. That's why we have tax resolution specialists, EAs, CPAs. We have assistance for you. So just raise your hand and ask for assistance. That's the biggest advice that I can give you with these 20 plus years of experience. So anything else you want to add that we may be omitting or forgetting to tell the folks, Lisandra?
Yeah, the main thing is you have to keep the lines of communication open between you and your tax professional. One of the biggest things that will get you in trouble, especially when dealing with IRS notices, is if you don't tell the whole story, right? If you're like, I don't know if I want to tell her that part of the story, you got to be open and honest and tell us whatever it is that happened, because that's the best way we're going to be able to help you. If you maybe you forgot to claim some income, I've been there. We work 2-3 jobs in a year, right? We move and then, oops, we forgot this W-2. It happens. And so as long as you're open and honest about that, the IRS is not coming to your house to put you in jail today. It's when you ignore the IRS and you don't respond that you force the IRS to enforce the law. So that's why you got to keep those lines of communication open. As long as you're doing that, the IRS is willing to work with you. I promise you that. But once you shut down and if you don't say anything, that's when they have to take the extra steps. That's when they get to the liens and levies and starting to, to try to take your stuff. Don't wait that long. Get started early, open that letter when you get it, communicate, reach out for help, and then you can get that thing resolved way before you get to the nasty stuff.
Right. And there is clearly a difference. When you get a letter from the Internal Revenue Service and it is certified, then you better believe that you probably had gone some time without answering the mail. I will say that there is an exception to the rule. I had some identity theft in 2013 and I did receive a certified letter. And that certified letter, when I opened it up, it was blank. It just had my information at the bottom, my name, my mailing address, and it clearly stated, please call us at this number. It didn't have a whole bunch of other information because it was attempting to protect me as the taxpayer, but someone had gotten a hold of my information and filed a fraudulent return on my behalf. And so ever since 2013, I have a PIN that the Internal Revenue Service automatically sends to me on my behalf because I was a victim of identity theft. The Internal Revenue Service, as some of you may or may not know, they have a new program in place that started, I want to say January of this 2021, where taxpayers can apply for a PIN as long as they adhere to or meet all of the qualifications, they can apply for the PIN. Remember, if you apply for the PIN and you get the PIN, please put it in a secured location because we definitely need that 6-digit number. Is it 6-digit? Yes.
Yeah.
6 digits to put that information into your tax return. Otherwise, we won't be able to electronically file your return. You'll have to mail it in or you'll have to request another one, which is going to delay the process. So keep that in mind. Certified letters, when you get them, that probably means you waited too long and it's progressing. It's getting very aggressive at that point. Okay. So in closing, as we bring this to a close, to close, what would you like to tell the people? How can they stay connected with you? And what niche do you actually specialize in so that if there's any viewers who are not tax professionals are catching this, maybe they can catch up with you?
Absolutely. You can find me on all social media channels as the Home Biz Tax Lady. I hang out the most on YouTube and Facebook, but I'm on all of my social media channels as the Home Biz Tax Lady. And I work with home business owners as well as cryptocurrency users. Yes.
Yeah, and guys, she goes live. Let me tell you, you talk about consistency. I give it to you. She's on every morning, 9 or 8, 9 p.m., 9 a.m., excuse me, Eastern Standard Time. And I know from time to time I catch her and she gives very, very great information. So if you guys want to stay in tune, want to stay in the know, the last one I caught her on is she was talking about the scam artist who was scamming individuals out of, it was Florida. They were, tax resolution. Yes, that's what I caught you on the very last one. But listen, she's very consistent. She goes live every single day, Monday through Friday, unless something is happening in, live. Yeah. But great information that you give. I want to say that. Great information.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yes. So with that being said, make sure you do follow her. Make sure you follow me on all social media outlets at Cosette M. White. I am on YouTube as Dr. Cosette M. White. And until my next CEO Money Conversations, you all have yourselves an awesome and amazing day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, that was, I don't want to